Hi everyone. My name is Nurifa Hanani binti Muhammad Azizan. I'm going to be presenting about thoughts, observation, and news relating to COVID-19 outbreak and lockdown all around the world. Okay, so the first question is that what have I learned about myself that I did not notice because of my busy academic and social life? First is that I procrastinate a lot because there's nothing much to do and there's no limited time to submit something. And also, I sometimes can be too reliant on outside factors to maintain productivity. I kind of prioritize short-term reward than the one that it's a long-term reward, but I get it. Even though the reward is much bigger than the short-term reward, I tend to prioritize the short-term reward more. Also, I found new hobbies that I enjoyed, such as cooking, sewing, and also learning new language. The learning new language is I consider it as new passion because I suddenly become attracted to learn Chinese, Korean. Okay, next is that uh, what have you observed in your surrounding? Any changes for better or worse? Okay, so for this one, I think it's for the better. There's been social distancing and movement control order from the government for almost a month now, and there's 2 week extended. So the soldiers also coming out to help the cops since there's still some stubborn people out there that can't follow the orders. People are also more concerned about hygiene, the importance of hygiene, washing your hands, and also learning the fact that soaps are much better than sanitizers because sanitizers are flammable. So there's also cases that people went to the kitchens and their hands uh got burned, yeah, because they were wearing sanitizers before they went to the kitchen and trying to cook something. There's also less people outside, and the people outside is usually have only absolute reasons to go outside, like they have to buy some groceries, they're running out of food. Next one is that what kind of good has come out of this pandemic from the beginning of its emergence in Wuhan up till the end of the lockdown or till it has been controlled all over the world. Okay, so for me is that help for elderly and people in need. So basically in US I think, or maybe other country like UK, even in Malaysia, I think there's one that they're offering a slots reserved for the elderly to make sure they don't miss out on the essentials so that they can buy groceries like everyone else since they're kind of a bit slower. Next is that the wealthy helps the one in need. So I have a report about the Chelsea Hotel opens to medical workers. So Premier League club Chelsea has offered NHS workers for free accommodation for the next 2 months at the Millennium Hotel at its Stamford Bridge ground. Okay, so next one is that there's never been a better time to stay in. So by this one, I'm saying this because like we're always so busy with our life, working, studying, that we sometimes forgot the time we should have spent with our family or our loved ones. So when we actually have to stay at home, we should cherish this moment and start spending time with our family, learn more about our family, take time to relax if you are solitude, I guess. If you live alone or maybe you're far away from home, you can still video call them, talk, and start learning about yourself. And then 4, it may encourage altruism. By altruism, it means that selfless concern to help others. Exigencies means an urgent need or demand. So exigencies tend to bring out the best and the worst in us. And a pandemic may engender and foster altruistic heroes. So when we're in some kind of a very exigencies moment, people tend to show their true self, like selfish people wanting to buy all the foods for themselves, and also the volunteers, the frontliners, they volunteer to help those people in need, those COVID-19 patients. They willingly sacrifice themselves to help others. Okay, and next one is that it might make us more realistic about medicine. So by this one, I want to tell all of you that medicine is not omnipotent, which means that it doesn't have unlimited power to cure people. Now move on to the other question. Report about the positive outcomes of this COVID-19 situation all over the world. For example, on human kindness, on the climate, and etc. So for this one, I think first thing is that we can see that the pollution going down. Under measures to prevent the spread of coronavirus, local business have been shut, factories have been closed, social movement restricted, and transportation on the road brought to halt. As the burning of fossil fuels has dropped, air quality has improved significantly. The Center for International Climate Research in Oslo, which also known as CICERO, has said that and the impact will be felt worldwide. If you notice in KL, Kuala Lumpur, you can now see clearly the amount of Kinabalu because the air pollution have been going down. The smoke from the factories all have been not 100% cleared, but you can see that it's starting to go down. Okay, so next one is clean hands are bad in fashion. So as you see this, you can, as I was saying before, clean hands are bad in fashion because people are now more concerned about keeping themselves healthy and keeping their hygiene really good so that they won't catch any virus or maybe infected others. Third is it may make future epidemics less likely. So based on this one, if you actually know that there's one country, China, have already prepared for this kind of things to come. So when this thing actually come, this pandemic, they're already prepared. So I hope that our country, all over the world also, can be more prepared for this if it ever comes again. Next is steep drop in crime that usually occurs outside. So by this I mean, I know it's not entirely positive, but by this I mean that steep drop in crime like robbery, murder, maybe murder not that much, but anything that actually occurs outside, it's kind of dropping right now. But there's also increase in domestic violence and also online fraud. So which is not good. So make sure to always be careful. Last one is that it may encourage proper sort of localism. So by this I mean internationalism may be boosted. I hope so, but if we all look out with one another in local quarantine, we might get to know the neighbors and the family members we always ignore. We might distribute ourselves less widely and so be more present to the people around us. We might even find out that our local woods are so much more beautiful than foreign beaches, and that local farmers grow better and healthy food, cleaner and much cheaper when they are sold, and that which is shipped across the globe. So I mean, we should actually help after this pandemic start to go down, like start to alleviate. We should try as best as we can to help our country to boost their economics again. Buy more local foods, buy more local products so that our economies can regain their place and be more stable. So I think that's all from me. Sorry if I stuttered a lot. Have a good day. Take care of yourself. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.